healthy. So we're gonna put the Saints training camp videos on, so you'll probably hear from the coaches. So I'm gonna go ahead and set those up. Apologize to everyone. So I'll go ahead and do that. Let me set this up for you.
I belong.
How would you say Jameis Winston is playing, and how is he moving?
Well, I think he looks pretty good. There was a play the other day where he kind of rolled out to the right, and he looked like Jameis to me. And so, look, I think he's doing some good things. I've been really pleased with the way he's kind of taking command of the offense, communication in and out of the huddle, those types of things. I mean, I think that's, he's showing some leadership, and I've been pleased with what I've seen so far.
Can you talk about the additions of Daria Evans and Ty Warren for set?
Yeah, look, I mean, both of those are quality or were quality players. Both of those I've had a chance to be around. Ty being an A&M guy, and then I coached him for a year in Denver, and then obviously spent a lot of time here with Jari, and I think those guys bring some knowledge and experience from a player's perspective that I think can help our guys.
Any specific things you thought were sloppy today?
Well, I just felt like the ball was on the ground a little bit. I wanted to see it on the ground. Some of them, I think the defense made some good plays. Some of it, I think, we just a little bit of lack of focus, lack of concentration, didn't look the ball land. So.
Just to talk quite a bit about wanting to improve the short area accuracy. Have you seen him get better at that element? Like the improvement there, how would that kind of change his game if that does?
Well, yeah, and look, I mean, again, we're 3 days in, and so it's hard to make a lot of final evaluations on where we're at. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I've seen improvement in accuracy, and I still think that's an area that we can keep working on.
Coach Allen, how do you evaluate one game with no hold there? It looks like he had some nice holds.
Well, it's hard. I mean, coming right off the field, you get a little bit better feel for it when you go in and watch the tape and kind of see exactly what happened. I know it was fine. I felt like there was a couple of runs that were pretty impressive, and so. We'll go back and look at the tape and kind of see exactly what we see. But, we said this yesterday, I think it was, but I mean, we really find out when we put all the pads on Monday and get to playing real football. Excuse me? Look, I think he's done a nice job, but again, it's kind of early. I hate making a lot of bold statements about anybody at this time. Just 3 practices in, but look, the number one thing is, can you get lined up and do you know where to go? And he's got that part down, and so that's a good thing, and we'll continue to evaluate him as we kind of go through. Well, yeah, there was a process that we went through. I know that.
What happened? Hold on. Looks like we got an issue.
And so I anticipate that it's going to have a huge impact. But again, we're in training camp, but I don't want to undersell Marone. I think Doug Marone is an outstanding addition to our staff.
Is that a fair comparison of Andrew Dahl, Barnes playing kind of like are they similar or not?
Maybe a little bit similar in that kind of their roles have been kind of the same, in terms of just being like a primary special teams player, but one that and execute at the linebacker position. I think that's the thing that kind of differentiates them at this point in time. Craig Robertson had proved that he was able to go and compete at a high level. Look, we played NFC champ or the divisional round of the playoffs, and Craig Robertson was one of our starting linebackers for a majority of that season. So he's proven that he can operate in that environment. and Andrew's trying to prove that he can operate in that environment. Nothing other than, look, he got hit in the ribs yesterday. He's going to be out for a little bit. But he was out with an injury today, and it's not anything to do with the foot.
It's nice having some guys from some of your old teams out here. So like Shanley and
Yeah, it was kind of, you know, both those guys look really, I think that's one of the great things about the Saints, and particularly from the time that Sean took over here, is just the how welcoming this organization is to its alumni, and that just goes to Joe Vitt used to say this all the time: when you win a championship together, you walk together forever, and that really, like, it just shows when you have guys like Zach Street that want to come back and work for the organization, Jari Evans coming back to be an internship with us throughout training camp, and then obviously Marcus and Scott being out here today was kind of cool to see. I feel like that's a question I get every day. Look, Peyton's doing a nice job, and I see some things that I see some things that impress me. I also see a lot of things that we've got to get better at, and so he's a talented player. We drafted him in the round. We have high expectations for him, but he still has a long way to go to get where we need him to be.
So, considering though that on one hand you have a high pick invested, but on the other hand you didn't almost like still looking at all the time and just got two incumbent starters in the end. How do you want him to manage his expectations? Is it a little different answer?
See, I don't look at it that way. Here's what I want him to do. I want him to come to work every single day and focus on that day and getting himself better that day. And if he does that, and he does it day in and day out, all those expectations, they take care of themselves. He's plenty talented enough. He's plenty athletic enough. He's plenty smart enough. Now it's really about just going out and putting in the work. And that takes time. We'll give him time to get there, and we'll make evaluations when we get somewhere down the road, and just kind of define where he is and how he is as a player.
That's something you feel like you can actually say, don't worry, after the patient being home, I just want to worry about
To be honest with you, I don't have that issue with it. I had the conversation of let's focus on today and get better today, but that's no different than the player that we deal with. I think too many times we worry about what expectations are instead of what the task at hand is, and that's handling and controlling what you control. That's how I go to work today, and that's how I Well, look, important. James played a lot of snaps for us last year. Started a lot for us. So, you guys have heard me say this before. This is the league that we play in is a backup league, and so you're going to need backup players. And right now, James is the starter. So Trevor's got to come along and prove that, number one, does he have the ability to come in and be the backup, which he has that ability, and can he push to, then become the starter? But the more depth that we have, the better we're going to be. Well, I've never played it. So, but look, it's challenging. You're left tackle, and generally the right defense is the best rusher. You're protecting the blind side of the quarterback. So yeah, it's a challenging position. The offensive line is one of the more challenging positions from a mental standpoint. So yeah, it's tough. It takes a lot of work.
Yeah, I know you touched on Dari and Taiwan, but just given the amount of experience and fellowship and all that, like, shows that to you guys as a staff.
I think it's beneficial, and it's beneficial because they've been around. Now, Jari's a little bit different in that he's been in this offensive system. I've been in a couple of other systems. I know I had him in Denver for a year, but I think what we see from them a little bit more is just kind of their wisdoms of being a player in the National Football League, and it just gives us a little perspective as we evaluate what we're seeing.
What happened with Bryce County?
just a little, the heat got to him a little bit.
CD, did he finish practice? So like maybe he
Little asthma, same thing.
Now with the fans going to be out there tomorrow, how are you getting ready? It's got to be an exciting moment.
Well, look, I love the fans. I love having the fans out here. I'll be excited to see them out here tomorrow. That's not where my focus is right now. But certainly, it's no secret how we as a team feel about our fans, our city, and I don't think it's any secret how our city and our fans feel about this football team. And so it'll be nice to see the fans out there again. And it's been a while since we've had that.
Your writing on the head coach and autograph sheet.
Yeah. It's the least of my concerns right now, but I think I'll be all right. All good, guys? Okay, appreciate it. When the ability to come in and
yeah, I think this is a great organization. From the top down, a lot of consistency, a lot of sustainability in this organization. They do things the right way. It feels like any other program I've been a part of that's had major success. I think this is how this club is built, and you can see that how they work, the efficiency, the trust within the staff. I mean, it's a great situation.
First of all, congratulations. But is there a specific focus that you have in this role right now that you want to build on?
Yeah. So outside of my recent stint with the USFL, it's been a great opportunity out of my tribe. The last professional experience I had was with the Lions. That would have Patricia, and that would have been a part of the same tribe that I had been a part of and played for. And so it's a great opportunity to learn outside of my tribe. Learn different ways to do it. I think the world of DA. I played for DA in 2011 in Denver. He was actually a grad assistant when I was at A&M. So we go back, and it's a little familiarity with the system, but it's different being on the other side of the coin.
What do you like about coaching?
I just love, I'm a Texas, I'm a country boy, and so I kind of got a farmer's mentality. So I like planting the seed and watching it grow, cultivating it, seeing what the end result is, and so just being able to pour into guys and give them the wisdom that's been bestowed upon you, and seeing how they use it and finding different ways to teach. You got to do that. Everybody learns different, and I just really love the enjoyment the guys get from the work they put in and the wisdom that's being shared. And from coaching standpoint, I really don't even look at it as coaching. I look at it as like ministry. You know what I mean? So not only are you teaching them the game, you're teaching them life through the game because they won't play this game forever.
How have you seen Dennis grow from 2011 to now?
Oh, Dennis always been a professional. He's always had that service mentality. He's always been submitted to the mission. He's always been excellent in his role. He's always been reputable. He approaches every situation with great posture, and then he's versed. Obviously, he's a safety. He plays safety at A&M, but knows the defense in and out, knows the offense very well, knows special teams, so he's very versed. He's invested. He's invested in all this, everything that's happening here. So it's no surprise that he ends up being the head coach to succeed Mr. Payton, Coach Payton. And he's a guy that has everybody. He covers. You got your six. And he makes sure that every guy in the program, every coach is equipped for the mission, you know, and so he's just a phenomenal coach, a phenomenal guy, and he approaches everything with great posture. He has the seriousness and the love for this game that can't be denied. All right. All right, thank you. Yep.
And just real quick, this next guy you guys know very well, Jari Evans, obviously played for us from 06 to 16 as a 5-time All-Pro, 6-time Pro Bowler, Super Bowl champion, obviously most recently inductee into the Saints Hall of Fame class of 2020, who's been helping Coach Marone and Coach Streif coach up the offensive line. Jari Evans.
How's everybody? All right. Good. Good. Yes. Never thought about that.
You just touch on kind of like Tosh said, just life after football and how you can kind of pass that on to the players and the whole organization. It's not just talking football, but talking life.
Yeah. I think me 12 years in the NFL, not just with the Saints, but 12 years. I do have a lot of experience, obviously, in the O-line. Me being out of the game for 5 years showed me how much I missed the game. Obviously, that's why I'm here. But yeah, I do have a lot of information I can share with you guys, especially with the system that I played so long in. When I heard that Coach Marone was coming back to coach O-line, I thought it was a great opportunity for me to kind of get my coaching feet wet. So that's why I'm here. So I help these guys be better players. Help share some information I've learned. And Doug Marone, he has 30-plus years of coaching experience. I think he's one of the best O-line coaches in the game.
Sure. Was coaching something you always thought about, or was it a time where that kind of burned you back?
I think during my playing career, I've done an O-line coaching clinic every year. So that was basically just high schoolers. Since I've been retired, I have been working with some high school and some college offensive line guys. So, I love the O-line, I love the trenches, I love to teach. Even as a player, we always kind of help each other be better players, especially with the young guys. So I knew that I would be involved in and expertise in the O-line. I knew it would be a better time before I got back and doing something like that.
How unique was it that you get to do it?
I think it's a unique opportunity to me. It's amazing. We were just talking earlier, just to have us here, to be able to come back to the Saints, have a similar system that I played a long time with. It is definitely unique for me. You hear Ty saying he wanted to, have that outside of his tribe. And we talked. Initially, he started with this tribe. So for me to be able to come back here and be familiar with the building, the team, the coaches, and the system, I think I can help these guys a lot.
What have you seen so far in Cesar Ruiz? Good, bad, and maybe a couple of specific things you can work on with him?
I would say that Cesar's a good player. He's fast. He can reach guys. I think one of the things that coach is going to emphasize with him going into the season is using his hands more. I was a big hands guy. I used my hands, didn't allow guys to get into me. But just be more aggressive with hands. And I think he's going to have a year this year, just like the rest of the guys as well.
You were players, did you and Streif ever talk about in the future? Because, you got back to it later, and so did he. So is that ever a thought?
No, it wasn't. As a player, you really just think about being the best player you're going to be. Now, you do, as players, we do coach each other up during the season, whether you're watching film, you're coaching yourself. But it wasn't something like, okay, when I'm done, I'm going to get in the coach, and you're just thinking in the moment, try to be the best player you can be.
Were any of your other teammates that you played with, natural coaches that you remember?
I would think like Nesbitt was that guy. Stitch, obviously very smart, taught me a lot very early on in my career playing next to him, just how to break down concepts, what to look for, where your eyes were. Fane was very smart. We've always had smart guys here in Saints, and the coaching staff always try to give you as much information as you can digest.
So many people speak highly of Dr. Marone. What are the things that makes him like a really good coach?
I would say, being a player in the league, and then, I was talking to him earlier, I think he started coaching in the 90s, early 90s. But, the biggest thing with him is to have confidence. Be a confident player. Be confident in your ability. Have a game plan. Be sure in your game plan. And just the technician that he was. Always to know the technique. Knowing that to have longevity in this league, you need to have good technique. being a student of the game, studying your opponent, also studying yourself. So all those things, I think, make him a good coach, and then how he's progressed in the coaching world with the experience that he has as well.
Does his thoroughness like allow a player to feel more confident in themselves, just knowing that he's there each time?
I think so. For one, for me in 06, knowing that he was an ex-player in the league and knowing that he played in some systems and the technique-wise, but also how to break down film. What are you looking at? What are some keys from the defensive lineman that you're seeing that can help you in your thought process pre-snap? So he definitely has information. He's definitely been around. He's been at the highest level as a head coach as well. So, I mean, I think the guys up front are going to benefit from that.
Jari, is there any pointers you can give the interior? I mean, having the block small Aaron now.
Yeah.
So what do you need? Just hit it and hold on?
see, Aaron he's one of those unique pass rushers, right? He doesn't really want a lot of contact, his hands, and he can flip his hips. I played Aaron in his rookie year. In my first set against Aaron, I held my hands. Now, but I was an older player. I would never tell a younger player to hold his hands, right? But, I held my hands, and he never crossed the line of scrimmage because he was afraid of my hands. So, you play that game. When you think about you get 40, 50 pass pros in the game, you want to have different sets to kind of keep off balance so don't get a beat or timing. Aaron is the best at it. He's the top dog in this league. So, when he beats you, you're by the best, but you don't want to get beat all the time. So, as long as I have more wins and I have losses, I know I'm doing my job. Well, just like I didn't shoot my hands, I held because at that point in my career, everybody on the defensive line knew that if I got my hands on you, the play was over. So I held my hands, I took my set, but he never crossed the line of scrimmage. He just kept feathering because he was afraid of the hand. So then that second pass, bro, he didn't know if I was going to throw my hands, hold my hands, but he knew that he had to come across the line of scrimmage. So that's that kind of mind game you play in the trenches as the game goes in more plays. You gather information, right? Gather information. I haven't seen much of him other than the last 3 days, but what coach has said is he's progressed since OTAs. I see his footwork. He has patient feet. He's patient. He doesn't get anxiety, right? There's no pads on, so it's kind of hard to kind of judge guys, but I think he's going to be a good player in this league. Good? All right, guys. Thank you.
See what else we get on.
That can do it, you know what I mean? Guys that can play, guys that can come out the backfield catch. Got a really complete, well-rounded running back room, so that makes for great competition. It makes everyone better. It makes the team better. So we got a great room.
Malcolm said he met you recruiting visit or something. You remember?
I haven't. He told me the other day, he was like, "You don't even remember the first time we met." I'm like, "When did we meet?" He was like, "I was on a visit, like Alabama." I'm like, "What year?" I was like, "I was coming back for a game, or like I was still there." And he was like, I think it was like 2010 or something. Like, so I must have been a junior, but yeah, I didn't really remember. But like, that's just crazy. I'm like, he's been in the league 8 years going on, so I'm like, it's just wild. You know what I mean? That this little pigskin brings you together and has you brothers for life, and you know, friends for a lifetime.
Do you feel like the oldest running back in the NFL, you feel more like you ready to roll? You just got
Man, what's up with y'all, bro? Like, no, bro. I feel good, man. Obviously, just a lot of experiences, a lot of opportunities, a lot of years, successes, failures, all those things, you know what I mean? So I don't feel like the second oldest runner in the league. Who's the first?
Back in New England. He doesn't play every down like you.
Oh.
Well,
I mean, they keep bringing up age, man. Like, no, I'm just blessed, man. I'm thankful. I'm still here playing, be healthy, have the drive, the commitment, the determination to do it at the highest level, you know what I mean? And I have no plans to game doesn't last forever, but I don't plan on slowing down anytime soon.
What about this season to go number 5?
So what?
Going to number 5 this year. What kind of?
I mean, Andy's been 14 forever since he's been playing football. He did ask me during mini camp and stuff, and I don't have no connection to the number. I didn't really love the number, so I just did him that solid. We're both 2011 draft class. Just look out for him, and 5's way 14, so we gonna rock out like that.
Can you touch on the progress Jameis has made in just your relationship?
I mean, Jameis is the guy, man. And, I think just his evolution as a quarterback in the league, I think his confidence in himself, his confidence in the system, confidence in his teammates, his ability to be a leader in and out the huddle, on and off the field. He cares about his teammates. He's smart on the field, making the right decisions, great arm strength, has all the intangibles you look for in a franchise quarterback. So to be able to share the huddle with him is something. It's a great opportunity, you know what I mean? It's something that I don't take for granted. So I think he'll continue to grow. He'll continue to improve. He's a guy that's committed, dedicated, and makes a lot of sacrifices to be where he is now. And I'm sure he'll just continue to grow, continue to learn, continue to be better. And I'm looking forward to him having a great season this year. I mean, the fans bring the juice, the fans bring the energy. So we thrive off the fans. You know, the home field advantage is huge for us, you know what I mean? So the fans are everything, you know, giving us that advantage. They travel well. We're beating people on the road. You hear the Saints fans all in the stands. So to have them out here at practice, bring some extra energy, some extra juice to the field, I think that'll bring some excitement, and we're looking forward to it.
Mark, how does it affect the quick passing game with guys like Mike and Jarvis just kind of help open up the whole offense?
I mean, it's difficult for a defense. I mean, you want to double Mike, you want to leave, you know, one-on-one to Jarvis, Olave, like all the other guys we have. So much depth in that receiver room, and for Mike to be back healthy, for Juice to be Olave, he's well developing. All the other guys play well. Trey Callaway, you know, Deontay, like we just have so much depth in that room. Playmakers all over. So the advantage for our offense, for our team. And when you have that many playmakers, it's like you want to focus on the run, like we're going to hurt you in the air. You want to focus on the pass, we're going to hurt you on the ground. So just being able to be interchangeable like that, be able to play complementary football on offense like that, is something that I think we're all excited about, something we're all looking forward to.
How much different does it feel with just all those guys here? Those last a lot of injuries that you guys dealt with?
Yeah, I mean, last year, obviously, there's things that you can't control, but I think we just had a great offseason, added some pieces. You know, continue to have our core guys and just adding some guys that can help us be better. So, super excited about what could be, what we can accomplish as an offense. Obviously, we're only on day 3 and got a lot of work to do, but everyone on our team, everyone on our offense, coaching staff, we're all on the same page and we're all excited about what we can become this year. Yeah. Yeah, we got some guys, so we got Super Bowl aspirations, man. We got championship aspirations, you know, so people say what they want, but we here working, we here grinding, we're meshing as a team. We work hard with each other, we take care of each other, we need each other, and that's all we need is each other. So we believe in one another, and we just stacking these days. You know, we stacking, taking advantage of every reps. We don't have to do this, we get to do this, you know, so we don't take the opportunity for granted to be out here getting better and improving with each other. So just thankful to be a part of the team, thankful to you know, be able to feel healthy, be able to contribute to the team, and man, we're looking to do big things, but we got a lot of work to do still.
Mark, how much has Jameis picked your brain or conversations you guys have had about in the run ball in the passing game? I think both you and Alvin have done that more than anyone he probably previously.
I think he knows, you know what I mean, how important it is. You know, I mean, ball downfield and getting to the receivers is great, but from underneath, you know, security. You know, I always tell our quarterbacks, I'm like, man, check it down to us, man. You know, we low risk, high reward. You know, great completion percentage, and you know, big yards after the catch. So he always is trying to get extra routes with us. He never like kind of just takes that for granted. Like, you know, he'll do his deep routes with the receivers and he'll be like, Alvin, let me get this with you. Mark, let me get this with you. Whoever, let me get this with you. So I think him and Andy both, I think they're both tuned into the backs coming out of the backfield, being able to be an asset to make plays and, you know, be able to be a mismatch nightmare for some defenses. So
He's talked a lot about the short area accuracy. I don't know, can you tell a difference in that at all?
I mean, I think he's always, you know, been accurate. You know what I mean? I think, you know, sometimes early in his career, maybe it was decision making, but, you know, when he gets his feet set, you know, finishes his throws, he can step up. He has nice velocity, nice spiral. And so I know that's something he's been focusing on. And I know if like earlier today, like even if something was on the back hip or something was a little high, he's just like kind of hard on himself, frustrated with himself because he wants to make the perfect pass. So I think that's something that we're all trying to do. Nobody's complacent. Everyone's trying to improve. Everyone's trying to get better. And so I think, you know, accuracy, deep ball accuracy, I think that's something that he emphasizes and takes pride in every single day. No problem. No problem.
Roll Tide, baby.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm gonna say this. Look about Mark Ingram. Look, his ability to make plays in the forefront is absolutely good. So I'm glad to see the running game being as a progression weapon. So, I mean, this team right here has got a lot of weapons. I mean, make no mistake about it. I mean, come the game against Atlanta, I think they're going to progress. So, but we still got a long way to go with preseason games. So one more, another one coming to the podium.
See, I like you.
So
They good.
what he
Getting
had to
fat.
say.
Getting big.
Or Quince, what was your focus this offseason after getting a lot of time to play last year? What did you want to kind of get better at?
Really, the biggest thing was health. I had thumb surgery this offseason, so just trying to get that back right. And that was really the biggest focus. Can't do anything without, you know, my hands. So that was really the biggest thing.
Was that like something that happened like with the end of the year, or the end of the last year?
Towards the end of the season, so waited till after the season get it done, and it was good and ready in time before everything started up.
Marcus, how different is this camp? What would you compare to last year?
Quez, and I don't think it's really different. You know, we got new additions. We got, like every year, you know, new guys come in. We got a lot of familiar faces coming in. We got a lot of people coming back from injury, and I just think it's helping all of us. You know, whether they're older or younger, like rookies coming in. I think we still hold each other to the accountability that we've been in the past, and we just work and make each other better.
See from James just kind of this year, just kind of
everybody knows James' work ethic. If you don't, then you don't work, because James is one of the hardest working people I know, and he expects the same out of all of us. Whether we're in a go ball, coming back, he expects the same energy, the same he has, and that's what he brings. Other than his leadership, that's what he brings, energy and passion. I know Mike said it a couple days ago, but I mean, it's true. If you know him, been around him, that's the first thing you notice about him, and that's what I love about him.
Everybody kind of calls him like the hard worker. Mm-hmm. They've not like. What are some of the things that you've seen that kind of form that picture?
Have you not seen his workouts?
Yep.
His workouts are alone by far the best/worst I've ever seen. Because I don't think, ask Trey Clown about it. He just everything, whether it's on land or in the water, he's gonna get the work in. So.
Have you tried to replicate the
I have not. I'm not even gonna try it. Quiz again, and yeah, everybody know who Michael and Jarvis are. You know, they two well-known players in the league. They establish themselves. They're vets. They know what they're doing. They know what they're talking about. It'll be crazy and stupid for me if I'm not. in their ear, trying not just me, all of them, you know, not trying to work up and listen to anything they got to say, whether it's a good rep or bad rep, you know, hearing what they got to say, hearing what they think, what they done, how we were done. It's just, like I said, we all here for each other, and those two guys who are going to help us, you know, but like you said, we got to take it upon ourselves to go ask. We got to take it upon ourselves to seek out the information. We can't let our ego cloud our judgment. We can't let our ego, you know, keep us from getting better, because that's what's each other.
Marquez, trailing off of that, how would you describe the competition you're seeing, or just
Right. Every day, you know, like I said, we're all each other. Every day we can learn something from each other, whether it's new drills, whether it's deep, you know, helping us out, whether the questions, you know, he's the brains of everything. So, and like you said, us competing against each other, we're not just going out there and, let's say I do a rep and I'm keeping everything myself. If someone asks yo, how do you do this? You know, we're taking the time, helping each other. We're knowing we're competing. We're knowing we're out there, you know, having fun, battling, but we're also there for each other. So that's the biggest thing.
How's it been working with Cody Burke so far?
It's been nice. You know, it's different. You know, every coach brings something new and just bringing putting in what he's bringing to us and just adding it to what we already know or already had is what we're supposed to do. You know, he's bringing a new energy, bringing a new feel of things, and we're just taking it and going in stride with it.
Drills that you bring in, is he bringing in something unique or different than what y'all experienced last year?
Well, every coach is different. CJ had his ways, Cody has his ways, and we already know what CJ taught us, so we're still using CJ ways. And Cody, like I said, he's bringing new things, we're just using his ways as well to mix it up.
You were part of the 3-day camp that James had, right?
I was.
Yeah, what did you like about that experience? Like, how together and
well, everything was nice. You know, it was Miami, so you know that was the best thing about it. He told us, he was like, if he would have went to like Alabama, like not knocking Alabama, but he would have went to like somewhere like Alabama where there's nothing out there. He said then he don't think we would have had the same show out. So everybody together. But yeah, James is a man of schedule. So we was on the schedule. We woke up, ate breakfast, you know, film, gym, weight room, field. You know, everything was structured, and that's what I like. He's a man who has a plan. And we woke up. The first day killed us. I ain't gonna lie, it killed us. We was up at like 7 to 8 for breakfast and didn't get done to about 8 to 9. So we had to break in a like countdown. But he's a man who had everything planned out. He took care of everything, so he did. All we had to do was get there. He had everything else under control.
Is any of that, I mean, that all in line with what you've already known about him as a leader, but is something different about this year and like sort of, I mean, last year is in a position battle, and this year
Right.
Sort of the guy.
Right. Well, I think he just wanted to connect us, get closer to us, you know, have us together, like kind of how we are with Camp, but have the offense together. So I think that's another thing I like. He's trying to make everybody come together. And like in Miami, I think that did bring us a little closer together.
he talked about that specific part in previous years? He'd bring about 4 or 5 whatever guys. Now he's making an emphasis back in Miami to bring all of you guys, which are all on the same page. How are you seeing that leadership progress from maybe a year or so ago to what he just showed in the offseason?
He said it's showing. Like he's absolutely trying. He's doing what he can. Like he said, he told us in the group message. He said, you know, get out there. Everything's taken care of. And I think if we would have paid for ourselves, I doubt a lot of people would have went. So you can definitely tell he's trying. Like you said, now that he's already like in a position, you know, getting his knee back right, I think he's really trying to take that step forward, showing that he's the one, he's the guy, and we've got his back. That's what he wants us to know.
Can we take you before?
He better. He better.
My question is, are you and Sullivan in the sports camp in just one position, or how are you?
They move us around all the time, but really everybody has their set position, and it's just matchups. Whatever we see in a matchup, whether it's our defense, because our defense I feel like is one of the best ones we can play against every day at practice. So whether it's X, Y, LZ, whichever's the best matchup, whichever we can get the ball.
X is sort of where you started, right?
Right.
But now with so much depth, I assume the ability to play all three is key for you or anyone.
Key for everybody, really.
Get on the field.
Like you said, yeah. The more you know, the better.
And you feel good about all, like you felt good about all three for a while, or is that something that
every year you learn different, right? Every year you try to learn any more, and that's what I think I can improve on, like learning more, and that I have. Not like you said, we can pick on a lot of guys, but the playbook's still the same. So it's year 3, so the playbook's still the same, and just get better knowledge of that help us in the long run.
Could you talk about how having Alante Taylor and Bryce Thompson and going against them, how that's been since y'all came from Tennessee and now y'all are here at the same?
Right. I'm always happy to see any Tennessee UT guys, Tennessee guys, especially them, because I think I was a junior when they came in. No, they came in the same time. I think I was a sophomore, junior when they came in. So seeing them come from freshmen, and Alante was in the receiving room when we first came to us. Then we moved him over to DB. So just watching him grow, Brycey grow. He don't like that. Watching Brycey and Alante grow is just, it's kind of why we play the game. Having the older guy see a young guy come up, and now we're competing on the same team. That's what dreams are for. So, AK, right. But, that's why I'm really proud of them, and I'm just success.
You call this defense one of the best that you've gotten the opportunity to go up against. Chris Bouchard just talked about iron sharpening iron. How would you describe the advantages of being able to go up against this team and this defensive back?
Well, I feel like our defense is one of the best in the league, and any way we can pick on whether it's physical or mental. Because I was asking Adebo questions about how he's playing and what he's looking at. So just things like that, picking their brain. They know more about their stuff than we do. So same thing. They ask stuff all the time. When we take this outside release, why we're going this way when they're playing this situation. It's just like iron sharpening iron. We're here for them. They're here for us.
You mentioned earlier, learning by asking the other wide receivers a lot of questions. Do you feel like you learn more that way, or can you pick up a lot just by playing right next to a guy? Because, in practice, y'all are all doing your own thing, you have your own goals, but what can that tell you, I guess?
I'm more of a visual learner, so if I see it, when he comes back to the sideline, I'm asking, whether we're watching film, I'm going to ask him. So whether if we're just sitting here talking and he's trying to explain it to me, I gotta see it. So when you're on the field and it comes up, I ran out today and I asked Jarvis, "What do you think I could have done? What do you see?" And he was in play with me, so he didn't see it. So when we go on film, we're definitely gonna look at it and watch it. But that's the biggest way I can learn. That's the biggest way that I can get help with.
What did you put together some pretty big games toward the end of last year? Was there something that kind of clicked for you, or was it just a matter of experience?
Just how they're playing. Yeah. Ball coming your way, you make the play. That's the best you can do. Control what you can control.
Of experience that I've had. Played a lot of ball, so I feel comfortable with everything that we're doing. And the time that we had in the spring and OTAs and stuff really got me, adjusted into now just getting back and going through it. So I feel good about where I'm at.
Getting comfortable by your family in here yesterday. How do y'all like New Orleans so far?
It's been good. Yeah, I got the family down here a couple weeks ago, and y'all saw we've had some friends come in town too, and all the 10, 15 kids that we had running around. So we've enjoyed being here.
And what are your thoughts on James as a leader so far?
James has been great. From the day I got here, it's just to watch the way he works, the way how important it is to him, and to see how he is around the guys and in the huddle, and just his expectation for himself is exactly what you want and you want to see. And so I've been. It's been fun to just sit back and watch the way he does things and the way he works.
I guess a big part of your role is help him see things from a different angle, right? How is that going? How is the relationship between you and him right now? In that way.
Yeah, no, I think it's been great. Yeah, I mean, I'm here. I'm another set of him, and so any way that I can help and make him play at the highest level, that's what I'm here to do, and support him along the way and all this kind of stuff. He's definitely has used me as a resource, and it's been great for me coming here and having that.
There's some things you learned about him that you maybe didn't know before you got here.
I mean, I feel like everything's been new. I didn't know exactly all that kind of stuff. I obviously followed years, got to the NFL, and shoot, even in college with him winning the Heisman National Championship and all that. So just to get to be around him, I think that's just the thing. I'm just kind of learning it all.
And how would you compare the pass offensive coordinators like Pete Carmichael? What would you say compared to all the coaches you've had, the mannerisms, just everything about Coach Carmichael?
Yeah, Pete's been great from the very beginning. When I had my first conversation with him before I even signed here, we went and talked back. I came here on a visit before the draft in 2011. So, we kind of talked about that too. But just to know, he's been in this offense for a really long time and had so much success in this offense, and just he knows all the ways to attack defenses and everything like that. So he's been awesome. Alvin's, from afar, being able to watch the Saints, you see what type of player he is and how special he is. A guy that can do it all. You can utilize him in the run game and the pass game. You can make guys miss. You can throw a check down, and next thing you know, you're scoring a 50-yard touchdown. So, being able to watch him from afar and then now get to see him in person, I mean, he's unbelievable talent and great guy.
Both things have been talking about how relieved and comforting it is to have you in-house and that you can play in time moments and really be put into that position. How would you define your role right now?
Yeah, I think I'm here to support Jameis and make him the best player that he can be. And if, whatever happened, if there's a opportunity where I'm out there playing, to make sure nothing changes when I'm out there and to go and compete at a high level. One of the reasons why I want to be here, this is a really good team all across the board. And not just offensively, defensively, just what they've been able to do. This team has been close for a long time. That you want to be a part of. I knew the role that I was stepping into, but if you get that chance, that opportunity to play, you want to be on it.
I saw you AK, I saw you a couple minutes after pulling aside and showing him the tangibles. What were you? Can you take us back to what that moment was for you?
Just constant communication. I want to make sure that I'm seeing it the way he's seeing it, and making sure we're on the same page. Obviously, James has been with AK for a while and knows some things. So I think it's just making sure everybody's on the same page, because it's still part of my learning here. There's some things that I go out there. Okay, what did y'all say? What are we doing out there? So I'm still trying to pick up on it all. But yeah, so I think that's just all part of it.
Would you see a connection to Cole tight end? What would you see that?
Yeah, he did a great job of getting across the field and getting open and just giving them time to work. So I think it was a great scheme into the coverage they were playing, and we made the play.
I think 3 straight years not even running a new offense.
6 straight years. Unfortunately, 6.
Yeah, so how mentally exhausting is that, or have you found yourself getting better at it with practice? Or?
There's a lot of things that are really similar in every offense, and there's some things that may be a little different. But yeah, I'm used to it by now.
So, and is it the verbiage basically just the same syllable? It's just the new language.
Yeah, it's the new language. It's the words that used to mean one thing now something else, and so the words are different than what they were, or all that kind of stuff. So just the terminology of it all.
Andy, were any of the other 5 folks similar to this one?
feel like there's been a lot of similarities in kind of all of them. So there's some things that are exactly the same from some of them, and some that are different. So I mean, they all kind of pull from each other.
Obviously, it's only day 3, haven't had time back on the field, but another guy just watching from outside.
Yeah, it's been great. Mike is, he's one of the top receivers in this league, and to see him coming back from the injury that he had, and he's going to be a big part of this team and a big part of this offense, and so it's good to see him back out there.
Is there something that stands out about him that, like, a quality that makes it? It's hard to tell. It's hard to tell when you're just individuals, but like, is there anything you can put your finger on? I guess.
No, I think just his expectation for himself and holding himself to a certain standard, and that just the little things out there. It may look like a good route to me, but he felt like he could do something different and something a little better. He's going to make sure that he runs that route again to make sure that he does it exactly how he wants it done. So I think just he holds himself to a really high standard.
Similarities and differences. I think one thing that's different about this team is Taysom Hill. You didn't know yesterday. It's your first interaction with him as a football player.
Yeah, as a football player. He's been used in so many different roles, and so there's not very many guys out there like him that can do much and can be put in so many different spots and have a lot of success at it. So, I mean, that's definitely a huge asset for us.
And just the most weapons you've seen in the offense, just as far as the entire room, jobs Mike have.
We've got a lot of guys, a lot of weapons, and it's a good problem to have. And so I'm excited about this group that we've got.
Hey, what are your early impressions of working with Robin Curry so far?
Yeah, RC's been awesome. I mean, again, that's one of those early conversations that I had as soon as I signed here, and just the way he runs the room, the way he teaches and makes sure everybody's on the same page. I've really enjoyed getting to be around.
Is there anything unique about his approach at all as compared to other quarterback coaches that you've been a part of, or is it just that everybody's a little different?
Yeah, everybody's a little different in the way they do things, and I think he's really cool with the guys that we have and what we're doing, and just the way he presents everybody is, where you know exactly what we're doing.
Thanks, bud.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
I can't believe it. When you said 6, I was like sitting there trying to figure it out.
Six, and then, well, all of them are Jay Gruden, Hugh Jackson, Ken Zampese, Bill Wade.
Okay, once again, that concludes tonight's Sports Talk with Carol Wimar show. We'll be back on tomorrow once again with Saints training camp coverage. When the Saints come on for media availability, we will add a press conference for you. So once again, everybody have a good rest of your Friday night, and we'll see